Hi, I'm Beth, Director of Strategic Communications at the Canada-France-Hawaii Telescope. Today, we're talking about galaxies. Before we talk about galaxies on a galactic adventure, let's start with something that we all know and are pretty familiar with, the Earth. The Earth's not a galaxy. The Earth is a planet. The Earth orbits around the Sun because the Sun has more gravity than the Earth. And it's said that the Earth then is gravitationally bound to the Sun. So the Earth, all of the planets, all of the dwarf planets, comets, asteroids, every speck of gas and dust in our solar system is gravitationally bound to the Sun. Now, if we make that idea of a solar system in our brain and kick it up to the next level, we're starting to think about galaxies. The Sun is gravitationally bound to our galaxy. That's the definition of a galaxy. Stars, planets, gas, dust, nebula. Every particle, every atom in our galaxy is gravitationally bound to the galaxy, and they all orbit around the very center of our galaxy. Our Sun's orbit takes about 220 to 250 million years to make one pass around the center of the galaxy. What's in that center of the galaxy? A black hole. The black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, the galaxy that we live in, has a mass of about 4 million times that of the Sun. That discovery won the 2020 Nobel Prize, in part with observations made right here in Hawaii at the Keck Observatory by Dr. Andrea Ghez and her team. So everything we see in the nighttime sky is part of this galaxy that we live in, except one object. Now, when we look at the sky at night, and particularly if we live in a really dark place, we can actually see part of our Milky Way in the galaxy, in the nighttime sky, our Milky Way. And so it looks like a beautiful band of light with stars and stripes of darkness. Now that darkness isn't a lack of stars, it's in areas in space with lots of gas and dust that we're not able to see the stars that are either in it or behind all of that gas and dust. The Sun's what we call a spiral galaxy. It's one of the 3 types of galaxies. So a spiral galaxy looks just like that, a spiral or a pinwheel with these beautiful arms that orbit everything around the center of that galaxy. There's another category within spiral galaxies called barred spirals. In the center of a barred spiral galaxy, running through the middle, we have a bar, and then we have an arm, a spiral arm coming above and below each one of those arms as the galaxy rotates. Our next category of galaxies are elliptical galaxies. Elliptical galaxies look like a fluff ball, almost like a dandelion, where you just see this circle of light in the sky. Sometimes they're round, sometimes they're a little bit more of an oval shape. And astronomers are trying to figure out, how do elliptical galaxies form? How do spiral galaxies form? Are we looking at 2 entirely separate types of galaxies, or does one eventually evolve into the other? Our third category of galaxies are irregular galaxies. So if you're not a spiral galaxy with your pretty spiral arms, and you're not a fuzzball elliptical galaxy, if you kind of look a little bit like a mess, you are an irregular galaxy. Those are the 3 basic kinds. Sometimes we see galaxies that are kind of in between. Merging galaxies, for example, 2 galaxies that are colliding with each other. Now, when they collide with each other, the stars aren't going to hit, but the gases in between those galaxies, gas from galaxy 1, gas from galaxy 2, they can collide and trigger star formation. So a lot of the really pretty pictures that we see are from galaxy and galaxy collisions. Now, when astronomers study galaxies, they can't see a galaxy from start to finish, the lifetime of a galaxy. The universe is basically a time machine, and astronomers are detectives. They can see what the Milky Way galaxy looks like now. They can see our nearest neighbor, Andromeda, and have a good idea of what the Milky Way looked like when it was Andromeda's age. And then the farther and farther away from the Earth, the farther back in time we're looking. That's a brief summary of galaxies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you learned a little bit something about galaxies. Mahalo.